Oh man, am I excited about this one. In my previous video, I talked about how anybody who has an LS7 engine needs to get their cylinder heads fixed. In fact, my Corvette Z06 here is absolutely no exception. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why I went with American Heritage Performance cylinder heads as well as their 116 cam. In fact, I'm going to do an unboxing of it. This is going to be so cool. I feel like a kid at Christmas time. Let's rock. Alright, welcome back to my garage. So I got a lot of messages about my last video about how I kind of left you guys hanging with a cliffhanger about why or who, not only why, but who I chose to do my LS7 head fix. And many of you even caught the whole camshaft remark at the end. Obviously, I went with American Heritage Performance. I went with their Stage 4 LS7 heads and their very, very popular 116 camshaft. In fact, if you have American Heritage Performance heads and cam on your Corvette, let me know in the comments below what you think about it. So here's a little backstory on AHP. American Heritage Performance was founded in 2012 in a home garage, and Coley, the owner, had moved into their current location in California just a few months later because he had customer cars lining up and down the streets, and that wasn't great for the neighborhood, so they moved, and it's been great ever since then. They currently have about, I think, 6 to 8 guys working there at the moment, but they're continuing to grow at a pretty good rate. They have 2 full-time cylinder head porters, and one of them is from Toyota Racing Development in their Indy and NASCAR program, and the other full-time head porter spent a lot of time working with Cosworth on their F1 program as a cylinder head technician. And their goal is to be a 30-man shop and the largest, most recognized LS and LT shop in the country in the next few years. So they've been doing really good so far. I think they're on track for that trajectory. So why did I go with American Heritage Performance for my cylinder heads personally? Well, I mentioned that in my previous video, a sample list of a bunch of companies that are known to have LS7 cylinder head experience. And out of those, a lot of people have had great things to say about American Heritage Performance. If you just check out any comments in Corvette forum or in Facebook groups, the reputation is nothing short of perfect. So in 2017, Coley and his team at American Heritage Performance processed 233 sets of heads in the year 2017. Now, 213 sets of those heads were LS7 heads. So, as I mentioned before, if somebody's going to fix the heads on this particular engine because it is a unique engine for its size and its power ability, you got to go with somebody that knows what they're doing. And clearly, you know, with 213 sets of cylinder heads in 2017 alone, LS7 heads done by American Heritage Performance, they know what they're doing. And keep in mind, this is for a car that hasn't even been in production in almost 5 years. So here's what I liked the most about American Heritage Performance. They took the time to answer my questions. Anytime I made a phone call to them, someone picked up the call. Anytime I shot an email to them and asked a question, I got an answer. And they were lengthy answers that were really informative and thorough, and sometimes those replies came in really late at night. So those guys worked pretty hard and long hours. Core availability, I talked about this in my previous video as well. Some people are okay with removing the cylinder heads on their car and sending them out, but American Heritage Performance has sets on the shelf ready to go. You just have to pay the refundable core charge, which I'll get back when I send in my heads. And let's talk about price. $14.99, not including the core charge if needed. That doesn't include any street or race porting. That's just to have the cylinder heads fixed and the valve guides done properly. And I've said it before, you need to fix your LS7 heads. I've been researching this for months, and this is the most proven, lowest price option, period. Now, as I said before in my previous video, while you got the heads off, you might as well get a little more power out of it. Do some porting. I chose to go with the street porting on mine. You know, again, while you have the heads off, you might as well do a camshaft too. So I went with their 116 cam, which is a proven cam for great reliability, great power, but no drawbacks or compromises when it comes to drivability, no bucking, no surging, that sort of thing. I did a lot of research on this, and I think I'm going to be really happy with this mild cam, at least as a starter for right now. So now for the fun part, the unboxing of the goods. I really do feel like a kid at Christmas time, so let's get started. Timing cover set. Spark plug wires. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'll open that up later. Head bolt kit. Cam bolt kit. Thread cleaning tap. Everything's packaged very nicely, by the way. In the case of the lifters, for example, they're definitely protected. And I know those are lifters. It's pretty easy to tell, so I'm not going to bother unwrapping those because they're going to go right to the shop. I'll let them unwrap them. Go back to this, whatever the heck this is. Oh, right. And these, I can tell, are the push rods. So that's the one box. There's the specs. There's the info. Let's not forget to install those valve lash caps. That's always important. Good to know. Good to know. Spark plugs. All the gaskets that you need. Put those there. Put those. Cool. Oh, and here's the piece de resistance, as they say. So here they are. So what you get for your $1,358 is you get 16 powdered metal valve guides. You can also upgrade to the MS90, I think it's what it's called. They're higher grade, higher level valve guides that are more suited for racing. I don't plan to do a whole lot of racing with my car, so I didn't opt for them. But you also get 8 Ferrea F2042P hollow stainless steel exhaust valves. And sorry about that, that's the bubble wrap. And 8 treated stock aluminum intake valves They bead blast the entire cylinder head. They do a performance valve job. They mill the cylinder heads 30,000s, and of course they assemble them with new Viton valve sleeves. So as I said, I got the street port, so you're gonna still see some of the factory. I don't know if you can see that in here. Let me try to. Some of the factory cast marks or machine marks in there, but over here on the exhaust side, there we go. So you can see that it's a little smoother, and they bead blast it so it looks really nice and clean. Awesome, awesome, awesome cylinder head. What can I say? I can't wait to get these things on. So there you have it, the unboxing of the cylinder head. But wait, there's one more thing. Hold on. Thought I forgot about this, right? And there we go. The famous or infamous, depending on which side of the drag strip you're on, American Heritage Performance 116 cam. You can see that or not. Also comes with information that you need and a little bit of cam lube. According to Coley at American Heritage Performance, you're going to get an honest 80 horsepower or so out of this, combined with his cylinder heads, maybe even a little bit more. I think it was 80 for the camshaft and 20 for the cylinder heads, give or take something like that. We're going to find out. At least I can already tell just by the reviews that I've seen and people posting about this. This is going to be the perfect cam for me. I'm not out to break any records or win any championships. I'm just out to enjoy my Corvette, which I haven't been able to do very much yet. I'm going to with this. So you know what happens next, right? I got to get these things installed and have the car tuned and do a dyno run to see how much power I really pick up. So here's the thing. I'm not going to do a before dyno run because the last thing I want to do is to drop a valve on the initial dyno run, forcing me to replace an entire engine instead of just the cylinder heads and camshaft. I'm also going to see how my valve guides are after the 9,500 easy miles that this Corvette has on it. So this is the very best time to subscribe and hit the little bell to be notified of when I release more videos about this. This is where things get good. And after this, the miles aren't going to be easy on this car. I'm going to start having some fun with it. I'm going to drive it the way it was intended to be driven. Then I will know that there is much less chance of dropping a valve into the combustion chamber and turning this engine into a big smoking pile of scrap. So before I wrap up, I want to give a quick thanks to Coley and Jake and the rest of the team at American Heritage Performance. They treated me right, made the whole process, purchase process, very informative and great. And so thanks for hanging out in my garage with me. I'll see you in the next video.